Welcome to Dance Mogul Magazine. We are live in Charlotte, North Carolina. We're at the Eementz Dance Convention. Can you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Hey, what's up? My name is Luther Brown, choreographer, creative director, with a lot of different people, do what I do.
Okay, that's great.
Yes.
I know you're short for time, so we're going to
Yes.
just make this real quick. Can you just tell us about your current project?
My current project, I just flew in 3 hours ago, which was really cool. I just did the Soul Train Awards with, it was a Babyface tribute. And I worked with Brandy before, but we had to redo Sitting Up in My Room.
Okay.
And I had to do some stuff for Bobby Brown. For every little step I take, it's pretty awesome, man. Because you get to work with everybody that you grew up to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's a trip. This summer, Janet Jackson's on tour now. I worked on her tour, which is a whole nother movie of a blessing. Because I worked with her in 2007, but this time around, it was from day one. So the one-on-ones in New York to auditioning the dancers, to putting the tour together, to blah, 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 to where it is at now. So, Jan, Puff, I'm trying to really
Think about some
think
of you
about
we
them.
worked with.
But just this summer alone, or within the last 6 or 7 months, it's been, because Puff is coming back with a whole new Bad Boy album, / tour. So we did a couple videos already. Did the iHeartRadio performance, the BET Bad Boy reunion comeback when he fell in that hole.
Yeah.
He fell in that hole. But
it's all good,
But
though.
I got Kim. She came up the shoot. Everything was perfect.
So that was all a part of your staging? And
Yeah, it was cool. It was myself, Lorianne, and my sister raps. Not my sister, blood sister, but my friend Rhapsody.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's been a really cool
Experience for you.
experience. And Cirque du
So
Soleil, so it's pretty cool.
at what point? Oh, Cirque du Soleil too?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, at what point though did you say to yourself, "I'm gonna get this done," and you were gonna get in the industry and do this like this?
You know what? I was just doing it. Like I was just doing it back in. I hate when I say back in the day because it sounds like 500 years ago, but it really wasn't. But we were just doing it. We're just kids that were hungry, and we had no dance studios. We were behind schools in the back of schools, the back of libraries that had reflections on windows, and that's what we did, And I remember we were rehearsing, and somebody was on a balcony, and he screamed out, "Yo, y'all are real dope!" And then he came downstairs and took my number, and he knew Randy Connor from Salt and Pepper those days, and he introduced it, and that's kind of how it started. And then the whole American, because I was in Toronto. I'm a Jamaican.
Okay.
And grew up in Toronto, and then I went to school and moved, and I started working in New York.
Okay.
And that's when it was like, little Kim, Mario, Olivia, that whole Alicia Keys, that whole time. And things just started going, it just became more and more professional because I didn't know what I was doing.
And you got better.
I just
better
knew
at
that
it.
that's what I wanted to do, and then we just did it. It's like that. Like, cause there was nobody before me in Toronto like that. That was like, that's the path of a choreographer.
Yes.
That's how it works. We just knew that I wanted to do the stuff that I saw on videos.
Okay. So when you get hired for a job, is it your job to actually bring the song to life, or bring the artist to life, or a combination of both?
It's a combination of both. It's the thing is, even if I was just hired to bring the song to life, for me, bringing the artist to life is a part of it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because you can, for me, it's all about a picture. Everything has to make sense. I feel like how the artist moves in comparison to what the dancers are doing, compared to what the song is even about, or what's the staging. It all has to make sense to me, So it's that's why it's a little tricky nowadays, because there's a lot of craziness happening on TV where you're like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Or why aren't you doing that? The artist, the level of an artist has kind of been a little bit like this. It's been a lot more quick fire hits, but no sustenance.
Real production, yes. So when you are hired to work with the high profile artists,
Yeah.
Do you feel that having a good reputation and the proper attitude is needed for up-and-coming dancers to understand that?
Oh my gosh, that's probably the key to everything. Whether you're trying to work with an artist, you're trying to work on a video, you're trying to be the industry period, 'cause we're all people. It's a people industry, so how you are behind the scenes plays such a big part. If you have no respect, if you don't really know how to respect others and just know how to talk to people, that affects how much you work. People like to work with those who they like. You know what I mean? It's that's why they say it's a who you know industry. It's not what you do, but who you know. So even though your skill needs to be what it is, it's really about how you handle yourself. So that's the biggest part.
That's a good answer. I
It's the
appreciate
biggest
that.
part. People think it's just you're gonna show up, you're gonna dance, woo, you're a star. You put it on your Instagram, woo, I did it. You know what I'm saying? Booked and blessed. But really,
Attitude.
it's really about that attitude, because then nobody wants you in the room.
Okay, all right. Now, before we close, tell us about what you're going to do here at the Elements Convention with Chuck and friends.
Man, first of all, Chuck is my boy. You don't understand. When I first went to LA, damn, Chuck took care of me, because I'm not really the showboat guy, and so even though I was, because at that point I wasn't living there, I just flew in, and he kind of took me around and showed me around LA a little bit, and kind of showed me what the dancers were doing, because I was just I was into working out, so I didn't really know the community, and but Chuck is my boy, so anything that Chuck is attached to, I'm gonna support.
Okay.
Already, you know what I mean? So I just want to have fun with these kids. Because every time I see the kids and they see their faces and stuff, it doesn't matter how tired you are, how much you're like, I gotta do this, da da da. Once you see them kids in there, it lights me up.
Yes, yes.
So I'm excited.
And you
to
see what's
that.
coming in the future too.
Of
and you
course,
got your eye out on-
because you get inspired. Like
Yes,
they don't know that these little things give us a little spark
yes,
to go back. Because the game is crazy.
yes. Okay, I know you got to go, so we're going to wrap it up. Is there anybody that you want to thank that may have helped you along your career?
Big shouts to Loria Gibson. She's like my sister. She was one of the first to actually just trust me and let me do what I do without questioning or having me feel like I have to prove myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She kind of just trusted me, and we've had a really tight relationship for the last 20 years.
That's good.
And we still work together. We do our own thing, but when we come together, it's just like boom, 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 boom.
Yes.
Big shouts to Gil, because Gil and Ed Moore, a lot of people don't know who Ed Moore is, but amazing dancer. Y'all need to find out who he is.
Okay.
Swoop, that's kind of my mentor. You know what I mean? My dance mentor, Swoop. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay. That's
Gil,
good.
thank you. Janet, you know what I'm saying? There's different things.
That's good, man. Well, I just want to let you know that we appreciate the sit down and continue
Anytime.
success with everything that you do, man.
Anytime.